Welcome yogis to today's 50-minute practice. This Vinyasa Flow is all about finding balance, not just in our body, but also in our lives. What you need more of, what you need less of. Some of these postures are a little bit tricky, so if you don't get them this time, don't worry, the practice is always here to come back to. If you want music on, you can go on my Spotify and pick one of my playlists, and at the end leave me a comment and tell me your best practices for finding balance. How do you find a good balance of things when everything gets a little bit too much? If you're ready, I'm ready, so let's do some yoga. Welcome yogis to your balancing practice. We're going to start today's practice with a balancing breath work known as Nadi Shodhana. This translates from Sanskrit to English as channel purification. Doesn't sound as good in English, so let's call it Nadi Shodhana. And it's really easy. We're going to breathe in through each nostril using our thumbs and finger. Thumbs, how many thumbs? One thumb, one finger, to close each nostril and take our breath in and out, alternating it through. I'll talk us through it in just a moment. And the reason why it's a balancing breath is we have our two hemispheres of our brain. The right side controls the left side controls the right side. We have our Pingala and our Ida Nadi running up and down our body, which connects the left and right. So by alternating it through different nostrils, we're switching from one hemisphere to the other, coordinating and find that balance and find that space. So before we start, let's just take nice deep breaths. Take 5 full inhales, full exhales to arrive to your practice. Closing down the eyes if it feels comfortable, and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in. Long breath out. 2 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let's take our last one. Breathing in. And out. Now breathe in, get your thumb and your fingers ready to close your nostril. Breathing in. And close your right nostril, let your exhale come out through the left. Inhale through the left. Let your exhale come out through your right, closing the left. Inhale through the right nostril. Close the right and let your exhale come out through the left. Let's continue with this for 2 minutes. Remember, you can switch your arms if it gets a little bit heavy or numb. Finding a nice rhythm and extending the breath more than normal, around 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Finding this space. Finding this balance. And balance shows up in our life, in the world around us, in many different aspects, many different ways. You have light, dark, sun, moon, masculine, feminine. And also showing up in our life as challenges and joy, ups and downs, chaos and rest. So while you're taking these breaths, I want you to envision, I want you to feel what would balance look like in your life right now. What do you need more of? What do you need less of? How will it look and how will it feel? And what can you do to change it? So set an intention for your practice. Maybe calling for more rest, calling for more motivation, something that will balance out something that you're lacking in or something that you have too much of. Feel it around your body, how that will look, how it will feel, envision it, live it already. so that when we step off the mat at the end of the practice, the work continues. It doesn't just stop here. So just 2 more breaths. And when you get to your next inhale through the right nostril, I want you to let go of the technique and let your exhale come out through both nostrils. And stay in this space just for a moment to observe any sensation, calm, peace, awareness that you've created before we start moving our body a little bit. So gently starting to just open the eyes, soft gaze at first, just looking down in front of you. And then lifting the eyes up. Oof, there you are. Forgot you were there. So allow some space on your mat now. We're going to start lying down. And maybe we'll just stay here for the full practice if I fall asleep, because I really enjoy lying down right now. Extend your body out long. Grab your fingers together. Make yourself really long. Imagine someone's pulling at your toes and pulling at your fingers. And then walk the feet over to the right. Walk your shoulders. Oh, no, we don't walk shoulders. Move your shoulders and your hands over to the right. So your body is now in like a C shape or a banana. Banana's more fun. So just be a banana for a while. Where would you grow? I guess somewhere tropical, but pick a part of the world where you can be a banana. And let's banana it over to the other side. So just shuffle everything over to the left, feet over to the left, hands and shoulders to the left. Now, reverse banana. I think I'd like to be a banana in Costa Rica. They have beautiful flowers, banana trees. I didn't even realize they're huge, and you can eat them. Who knew that? Well, you do now. Bring your knees in and just start to move the legs around in some circles. You can take it slow, you can give it a bit more energy, listen to the balance, listen to what you need. Maybe more restorative or more active. And then circle the knees around the other side. Extend your left leg out long. Bring your right knee into your chest. Feel that stretch down the back of the thigh, down the hamstrings into the glutes. And then change the grip. Grab behind on the hamstrings, behind the thigh, and extend your leg out long. And then alternate between the two. So knee to chest, bring it in. Extend it out long. A couple more times like this. And next time that you have it out long, take that right leg over to the side. Let it fall where it's supposed to. Don't force anything. Support it with the hand and the arm if you need to. Take your right arm out long and look towards your hand. And look at the shape of our body. We're in a half moon pose, except we have gravity on our side. We're relaxing here. Usually half moon is taken standing on our standing leg, so that would be supporting us. So we're replicating some of the movements that we're going to be moving through in today's practice. It's a little hint. Preparing our body for it on the mat before we start standing. And then bring that knee in. One little move and squeeze into the chest, and then swap it over. Left knee to your chest first. Squeeze it in. Change the grip and extend your leg. Alternate. Knee in and extend. A couple more times like this. Next time that your leg is extended, I have a wall here. Don't know whose idea that was. But if you've got some space, let your left leg come out and allow it to fall down at your side. I'm just going to place it just on the wall there. So I still get a bit of a stretch. And again, left arm out long, look towards your left hand. And now doing a half moon pose on the other side, preparing our body. And gently now, bringing your arm if you need to support your leg, just bring your knee into chest, one little squeeze. And now let the right leg come in, knees back together. And then extend both legs into a waterfall. This takes a lot of strength in the legs to lift them up, so don't worry, you don't have to get into a full right angle. Just do what you can. My legs are a little bit tight today, so I'm going to support them with my arms. But let's help with that tightness by, again, alternating. Knees in, extend. Knees in, extend. Knees in and extend. Hold the extend for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, let them come down. Cross your legs. We're going to take a rocking motion to come up to seated. So again, engage the core to get that strength, and then just start with some momentum so you don't have to go far at first. Once you've got there, roll down the spine. If this doesn't feel comfortable, just come up to seated or in tabletop. That's where we'll meet. But once you're ready and you've done a few rocks, take your last one and then come up. Oof. Then in a roly-poly. And now adopt a tabletop position. So hands under shoulders, hips above knees, and let's connect breath with movement. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin to chest, squeeze all the air out and arch the back. Move through this with your own breath into cat-cow. Inhaling as you lift in the gaze. And exhaling as you squeeze it in. Once more. And then plant the hands just a little bit in front of you. Tuck the toes. Let's prepare for downward dog. So if you've got a way that you prefer to come into it, then do so. I'll remind you of a way that I like to come into it is preparing the arms by lowering the elbows. So once they're set, the strength then has to come from the legs and the arms together. So push from your hands, push from your legs, and then it squeezes and kind of lifts the body up, but then you've got that length in the spine. Don't sacrifice locking your legs or straightening the legs and losing length in the spine. You can have your knees as bent as you like, but as long as you've got a long spine, that's what we want here. Just walk the dog slightly, lowering one heel down at a time. We did those stretches lying down on the mat. Now we're just putting a bit of gravity against them and movement walking our dog. Look towards your hands. Just take some tiptoe steps. No rush to get there. Come onto your fingertips. Once you're there, come into halfway lift. Take a round of breath here. Just regulate. Don't come up too quickly. On your next exhale, just bow forward. And then on your next inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, hands to meet at prayer, into our chest. Let's warm up our body with some sun salutations, moving through Surya Namaskar B. So inhale, lift up. Exhale, into a chair. Inhale up. And then exhale, bow forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, come through Chaturanga. Let's go through our knees just for our first one so that we can activate and strengthen the arms first. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, step forward with the right foot, Let the back foot become parallel with the back of the mat. Warrior one stance, inhale. Exhale, straight back down. Frame the foot. Step back through plank, through your knees. Inhale to low cobra. And exhale, back through downward dog. On your inhale, step forward. Warrior one. Up. Exhale, straight back down. Frame the foot. Move through chaturanga. Inhale to low cobra. Exhale to downward dog. 5 breaths here. Active rest. Not an easy pose to stay still in. So engage everything. Keep everything strong. Let your form be strong. Don't let that falter or suffer. Long spine. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, walk or hop towards your hands. Inhale halfway. Exhale to chair. And inhale into Tadasana. First round, let's do that again with a bit more speed. Inhale, reach up. Exhale into chair. Inhale. Exhale, bow down. Inhale to halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Either come through your knees or take Chaturanga Dandasana. Moving through plank. Into an upward dog. Into down dog. Inhaling the right foot forward. Warrior one. Exhale to come down. Chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or an up dog. Exhale, do a downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, plant the back foot, rise to warrior one. Exhale, come down, plant the hands, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or a low cobra, depending on your version. Exhale to downward dog for 5 breaths. Inhale to prepare. And on your exhale, decide how you get to your hands. Hop, step or walk. Inhale to halfway. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale through chair. And exhale into Tadasana. Well done. Body's a bit warmer now. So let's move through some of our balancing poses that we've been preparing for. So let the wobbles come and go. Wobbles are ways that your brain is making it better next time, calculating how to keep you strong. So don't worry if you're a bit wobbly. Just have some fun with it and be playful. Inhale, lift the right knee up. Place your left hand on your knee and then take a twist. Look back past your right fingertips. Inhale, sweep the right hand forward. On your exhale, come into warrior three, bow forward. So remember, warrior three can look like this, or it can be leaning forward. Have like a low cobra in your stance. And let's take some Shiva squats. So that right, what would you call this? Flying leg. Let this come down and squat behind you. Inhale to lift, warrior three again. Exhale, curtsy, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift for the final time on this side. Listen to this transition. Exhale, let that flying leg come down, the right leg, and then sit into this space behind you. Let your arms come to the mat. So lower yourself down into a seated spinal twist. Reach the left hand behind you, and then bring that right elbow either around the knee or just behind it and come into a twist. Inhale Bring it round to the other side. Take a counter twist, bow down. Inhale, just knock yourself over from side to side, taking a nice side bend in the spine. Another transition coming up. Next time that your right hand comes down, planted on the mat, and then you're going to do a full 360 from this pretzel kind of shape with your legs, and then sweep your body round into a wide-legged forward fold. You're going to get a fantastic view of my backside. I'm sorry, didn't quite plan that right. Inhale to halfway. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Inhale to halfway. Step that right foot forward and then take a bind. Your left arm behind your back, your right arm either supporting yourself on the mat, or you might want to reach it underneath and see where you get to, but don't strain anything, don't hurt anything. Just see how your bind feels or looks today, or just keep it supported on the mat. Keeping your left hand behind you, inhale out of your lunge and take a reverse warrior. And this is where we come into our full moon, half moon. Keep that bind behind your back. Lunge forward. Once you feel like you've got some momentum, take flight. And maybe you want to stay here. This might feel good today. Or you want to bow down, maybe support yourself on the mat. Or lift your hand off the mat. Half moon pose. So this is the position that we were doing just as we were lying down, except this time it's a little bit harder. Got a bit of gravity working against us. Well done, yogis. Step that back. Inhale, reverse. And then let go of the bind, let your hands come up and then step forward into chair. And then exhale, Tadasana. Next side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bring your right hand to the knee and sweep that left hand backwards. Gaze over those fingertips. On your next inhale, sweep that left hand back round. Let go of the knee. Let the hands meet and then sweep through to a warrior three. Have some fun. Let your body wobble. It's okay. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And then on your exhale, bow down, take a Shiva squat, curtsying down. Inhale, take some lift. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift for the last time here on this side. And then coming into that transition, coming down to the mat. Exhale, comfortably let that left flying leg land on the mat and then lower yourself down into a seated spinal twist on the other side. Reach the right hand behind you, plant it just at the bottom of your spine, and then your left arm either hug your knee or bring the elbow forward. Use the elbow and mat to gain some twist and some tension. Inhale. Let's bow over to the other side, take some balance, counter pose, counter twist, and then let's knock it over. Right, left, right, and then this time, full 360, let's come out of this pretzel position, left hand down, sweep round, freestyle, do whatever you want to do, just to come round into a wide-legged fold on your other side. Doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as you ended up here, that's fine. Inhale halfway, exhale and fold. Inhale halfway. Let that left foot come forward, facing forward. Maybe take the stance a bit wider if it's comfortable, and then come into a bind. Right hand behind your back. Decide if your left hand's going to support you in your lunge, or if you'd like to reach and take a bind. Your gaze can be looking up or looking down. On your inhale, let go of the bind with your left hand. Keep the right hand behind your back. Lift up, reverse back, and then find that momentum to take a half moon. Let's reach forward. Once that center of balance is right, then take some lift. And maybe this is fine. This is still a test. This is still a challenge. I can feel my foot working against the mat to keep me upright. Oh, you might want to bow down. Maybe just brush the mat. Have your little finger there just for a bit of support. A little extra stand. Or you want to lift up and take some flight. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath in this balance. And with control, let that right foot meet the mat, sweep back, reverse the warrior. Let go of the bind and then come straight forward into your chair. And then into Tadasana. Let's do that again, a little bit faster. So if you end up all tangled in a pretzel, it's fine. You can always make yourself out of it, but again, let's go. Any wobbles that you fall out of, just jump straight back in. So hold cue, breath to movement, and see if it works for you. Inhale, lift your knee, hand. Exhale, sweep forward, sweep back. Inhale, let your hands meet. And then exhale, warrior three. Inhale in warrior three. Exhale, Shiva squats 3 times before we land. Inhale, lifting. Exhale to squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale to squat. Inhale, lift. Find that space that you're going to land the right leg and then sit into it. Seated twist, left hand round, right arm to hug or elbow in front of knee, twist. Inhale in your twist, and then exhale, bow, take a counter twist. From side to side, knock it over, right to left. Next time that you come down with your right hand, plant it and use that to 360 loop all the way around. Oh gosh, I'm knocking everything over. Yeah, make sure there's no one in the way that you might drop kick in the face. Be careful. Inhale halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale to halfway. Maybe widen your stance. Let that front right foot face forward. And then take a bind. See where it gets to. See what it looks like today. If you're not there with the bind, then just support yourself and that's fine. Keeping the left hand behind you though, inhale, sweep back, reverse warrior, and then find that momentum to take flight into a half moon. Gosh, I nearly took flight off the screen there. I'm still here, I'm still standing. And then inhale, sweep back, reverse, and then exhale, come into a chair, hands up, into Tadasana. Straight with the other side. Inhale, lift your knee, join it with the right hand. Exhale, sweep the left hand back, not forwards. And then your inhale now forwards, let go of the knee, let your hands meet, and then exhale into warrior three. Inhale in warrior three. Exhale and 3 squats. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Last time to lift here. Inhale. And then exhale, plant the foot. Lower yourself into that space. Seated spinal twist. Make any adjustments that you need to. And then sweep the right hand back. Hug or elbow behind your knee into a twist. Inhale in your twist. And exhale. Bow to the other side. Let's knock it from side to side. Right to left. Really reach with your arms. right. This time, do your 360 freestyle. Left hand down. Bring your body round. Doesn't quite feel as right on this side. But anyway, join me in a wide-legged forward fold. Exhaling. Inhale. Back to halfway. Left foot facing forward. Widen the stance. And then take a bind. Right hand behind your back. Left hand either supporting you or reaching to just grab the fingertips or grab the hand. Inhale, lift out of it. And then reverse warrior sweep back. And then find your momentum, find your flight in your half moon, keeping your bind. And lower yourself down. With control, let that right foot come down. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then let go of the bind. Let your hands meet straight into a chair. And then exhale into Tadasana. Well done, yogis. Moving through your balancing sequence there. So just shake out the legs. If any of the legs have been getting a bit tense from holding your body weight, then a nice little shake will help them out. Let's come down to the ground. Inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale halfway. And then exhale, plant the hands. Take Chaturanga Dandasana, either through your knees or lowering through a plank. Inhale, up dog or low cobra. And then exhale. Let the knees come wide, just off the mat, and sit into a child's pose. Take some deep breaths here. Observe how your body is processing that movement, how it's warmed up, how the breaths are deeper. Refer back to your intention through your practice. By finding balance in the physical body, we can find it in our emotional and our spiritual body. Body, mind, spirit, physical, mental, emotional. We're not just a pile of flesh and bones. There's a lot going on around us, up there in our heads. So balance is necessary. Balance is part of life. So how can you find more balance? Inhale from your child's pose. And take that right leg out, the right knee out long. We're going to come into kind of like a half frog. So just take that right knee out until it feels comfortable and then just lower down onto your forearms. And imagine those crime scenes where they paint, not that we want to be speaking about murders, but when they paint around the body, it's like a crime scene kind of movement. So your right hand is facing forward. Gosh, I'm getting all confused now. Your left hand is back and you're in this, what I like to call a crime scene pose. Just how we've been found. Bit morbid, sorry. Just settle down and ground into the mat and let your body find that stretch and access. On your next inhale, just plant your hands, gently lift out of your crime scene that you left on the ground and take a pigeon. So bring that right knee towards the right wrist and then knock your shin out, make some adjustments and wiggle into your pigeon. Decide if you're staying as a nice active pigeon, if you need to find some more activeness in your balance in your life, or we can be a sleepy pigeon and enjoy that stretch too. Take some full breaths here. Once I'm in my pigeon, I always like to just gently rock the hips to see where I can feel it, to see how I can feel it a bit stronger, a bit better. Still within your comfort level. Don't hurt yourself, but if a little bit of wiggle and movement would help with a bit of exploration today, then get some hip wiggling going on. And now, on your inhale, climb from your pigeon, carefully and slowly. Step your left foot back onto your toes so that you can come out of the pigeon. And then gently step that right foot forward, and we'll take half split, half Hanuman. So a counter pose for that stretch. So just lunge forward first. Take an inhale. And then exhale, half Hanuman. Bow down over the leg. Bring your toes towards you, dorsiflexion. That'll deepen the stretch down the leg. You'll feel it right in the back of the glutes. Once you're here in your half Hanuman, if you wish to take it a bit deeper without moving the body or the lower body, just inhale to lift the gaze. Deep breath in, and then exhale, bow down again. Try that a couple of times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. See if you're getting it a little bit deeper. Again, still keep it within your comfortable levels. Inhale, lift. And then last time, exhale, bow down. Take 3 more rounds of breath here. Nice, and then very gently again. It's a very deep stretch, so we don't want to ping out of it. Just come back into your lunge and let your body just lunge forward, lift the gaze, and take a little counter twist here, a little balancing posture. That's good. And let that leg return to a tabletop. Let's adopt our crime scene posture on our left side. So it's easier to just call it that than try to explain whatever I was trying to explain. So take your left leg out, right leg long, half frog. Once you've found that with your legs, allow the left hand to face forward and the right hand to face back, and then drop yourself down to the mat and take this really passive but restorative stretch in your crime scene. Found just like this, doing yoga. Nice, yogis. Gently bring your hands in front of you on your forearms, your elbows. Once you're there, you can just start to peel off the mat and bring your left knee towards your left wrist. Move that shin out. Find this comfortable spot for you. And then once you're there, sit and wiggle in and decide if you're staying upright, getting some lengthening in the spine, or bowing and curling down towards the mat. Breathing to any space that you've created. Breathe into any discomfort as well. Obviously, pain or severe discomfort, then maybe you've gone a bit too deep, but this is not the most comfortable pose to stay in for too long. So just take some deep breaths to keep you there, and then decide if you want to take some little wiggles, explore how that feels, or just stay in stillness. Very good. Gently climb out. Bring your hips a bit higher so that you can then step that left foot forward in front of you. Take a little lunge first. Inhale. And then exhale. Half Hanuman, bowing down over the left leg. Bring your toes toward you. Dorsiflexion. See how that then really sends that tightness up the leg. Your muscles are being pulled even more to get that movement in the foot. And let's see where we get to by deepening our inhales and exhales. So inhale, just lift out slightly. Exhale, bow down. Inhale out. Exhale down. Last one if you want to join me. Inhale. And then exhale. Couple more breaths. And then on your inhale, just start to lunge the foot forward. Let your hands walk to allow that to happen. And then just lunge into it. Lift your gaze slightly. And then bring your hands and your knees back down to the mat. So returning now to our rocks that we did to get up, we're going to rock to get down. So cross the ankles just over one another. Engage the core. Grab hold just behind the hamstrings. Lengthen through the spine first. Strengthen through the back, through the abdomen. And then on your exhale, just allow your body to come down. And then roll back up. Slow rocks, control it with your core so that when you come back up, you try and keep your toes or heels off the mat. It's quite a challenge, but give it a go. Oof, nearly. And then gently, just come down. Plant your feet, keep your knees raised. So we've got an option to come into shoulder stand now. If that's not accessible, not comfortable, then don't do that. You can instead enjoy a nice bridge lift. You're still getting inversion. Your heart is still over your head. And you can remain here. Maybe tucking the shoulder blades to get some lift and clasping the hands. So that's your alternative for a shoulder stand today. If you'd like to take a shoulder stand, support your hands on the mat first, and then just start to lift the hips, lift the legs, and then shuffle your elbows in, and then use the hands to gently lift the hips. Don't move your neck here. Keep your neck still. If you haven't done it before, then maybe just watch first. And then once you're there, you can shuffle the elbows in a little bit more. And just get nice and tall, but just don't move your neck. Really important, just keep your neck still, keep it gazing upwards. And if you're staying in your bridge, like I said, you're still doing your inversion, you're still getting all the benefits from this posture. So we'll hold either of our versions of inversions. It's not a good pose to start laughing in, so I'll try not to make you laugh. So if you're in your bridge, you can lower it down if you'd like to. From shoulder stand, you can take plow. So gently let the legs come behind you. Your feet may or may not land on the mat behind you. Maybe your toes. Where is the floor? There it is. And maybe clasp your hands on the mat to come into that plow. Either stay here or you can drop your knees a bit by your ears, really crunching yourself up. And then from here, gently come out of your plow, come out of the crunch, and lower yourself and your feet down to the mat. Lovely. So if there's anything that you feel that you could do with before we take our Shavasana pose, if you want to do a happy baby, get some more opening in the hips, observe how that feels from the start of your practice when we were doing our knee circles. Take a spinal twist. Now's your chance, yogi's choice. Maybe go back to shoulder stand and take a little bit longer. But if you're ready, body out long, legs long, arms out to your side, your palms facing upwards, tucking your shoulder blades together to get some height and opening in the chest. Let your eyes gently close into your Shavasana. So through moving our body, we find balance now in stillness. So referring back to your intention, how does balance feel? How does it look? What do you need? And what do you need to lose? And if you've got time, spend 5 minutes in your Shavasana, enjoy this rest, you've worked for it. And hit pause and spend a couple minutes. Listen to your body and do what you need. But if you're ready, just gently bringing the knees in and knock your body over to the right. Just gently curling up. Let your hands just land onto your head land onto your hands. And pause here just for a moment before we come up, taking a moment here to be grateful for your practice, grateful for your health, being able to move your body like this. Take a moment to be grateful for your safety and your freedom. And then find something else, something that you're grateful for. And once you have found that thing, say thank you, let your smile gently curl up. Feel it warm you. And from there, just start to come up to a seated position. Clasping your hands in Anjali Mudra, a prayer position at your heart. Ready to close our practice. Lifting your hands to your forehead to go forward from here with kind and loving thoughts. Bring your hands to your mouth to go forward from here with kind and loving words. And bring your hands back to your heart to go forward from here with kind and loving actions. Gently open the eyes, looking back up, giving me a big smile. Thanks very much for practicing. I hope you find the balance that you need. Take care.